In this episode, Latrell King gives God a daring ultimatum to save her son. This is a gripping tale of a defiant faith. I'm Claudia Parker. 5 Minutes of Faith starts now.
My name is Latrell King, award-winning screenwriter, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. And I'm here on 5 Minutes of Faith with Claudia Parker. At the age of 17, I found out that I was pregnant. I finished high school, but I didn't go to graduation. So this was a second blow for my mom at the time. So she found that I was a teenager and pregnant now. I didn't want to have an abortion. I was totally against it. My father at the time wasn't too proud of me, and he was a bit disappointed. But nonetheless, I continued on with my pregnancy. Fast forward, I gave birth to a 5-pound 9-ounce baby boy. His name was Kalano. Just 6 weeks after, I had to start working because now I had added responsibility to being a teenager. One night on March 24, 2009, it was 12 a.m. in the night. I worked at a small restaurant at the Fish Fry in the Bahamas, and I needed a ride, so I called my mom. She was my superhero. She was the one person that I could call at any time, and she would come. So she brought my son. He was only 6 weeks at the time. I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I made $80 in tips. I can buy Kalano Pampers, and I was so excited. $80 was an excitement at the time because, I was only 18. And just out of nowhere, we saw bright lights. That was the last thing that I remembered. Immediately after opening my eyes, the nurse called the doctor for me. And I remember asking the doctor, what about my son? What about my son? Literally said, he died. That's all I heard. He died. They was trying to restrain me from getting up out of the bed and taking out of all the IVs, because at that time I wanted my mom. I wanted to see my son. I wasn't hearing anything. Then came for 20 minutes without oxygen. We resuscitated him. I was like, okay, shouldn't have led, but we died. She was like, they resuscitated him, and he is now in surgery. She said, you have to calm down. There's nothing that we can do. The next 48 hours are touch and go, and we're not sure that Kalano's going to make it. I think that was the most gut-wrenching words I've ever heard. And I started to question God, and I said, why would you allow this to happen to me after I didn't have an abortion? Like, I could have gotten rid of him, and then you present this accident to take him away from me. What could I have done so bad to have caused this? And I told God, if you save my son, a life for a life, I would serve you for the rest of my life. I would honor you for the rest of my life. I would trust you for the rest of my life. But you have to save my son. And I got word that Kalano did get through the surgery. He was in this white tube and just a Pampers on, and there were wires everywhere. And I immediately started to cry. My mom was trying to stay strong at the time, and I just started to cry, and I just couldn't believe that this happened to us. I had an aunt at the time that told me, don't worry. She started to encourage me in God, and she said, by his stripes we are healed. He is healed. I had to come to understand that our life is a testimony. It is a testimony. We have no testimony without a test. And the Lord wanted me to go through this to help people, to help other special needs mothers to know that we are not alone. We are not alone. Life doesn't happen to us. It happened for us. Our testimony is not for us. It's for somebody else. So I am here to tell you that God is able. He is a healer. He is a provider. He is a way maker. He is a miracle worker. He is Elohim and El Shaddai. And by his stripes we are healed. Kalano is 14 today. Kalano has underwent 3 surgeries since the accident. He is healthy. He still has some limitations. He is diagnosed with cerebral palsy, but he is here and he is a living testimony. And I know that God is not through with him, because he who has begun a good work in us shall perform it unto the day of Jesus Christ.